Greetings from the East Baton Rouge Parish School Science Department. Today we'll be giving you a quick overview of our department and the things that we've been working on in the 22-23 school year. My name is Dr. Kristen Antoine-Morse and I am the supervisor for our science curriculum for the district. I also have the pleasure of working with three phenomenal women: Ms. Zaviola Bangale, who handles our science high school; Miss Heather Cifrio, who handles our middle school science; and Miss Karen Johnson, who handles our elementary science. These ladies go out into the schools every day and work with teachers and principals on making sure that they're able to work through our science resources and are able to effectively teach the content. Our vision for student success in science has four different parts. First of all, student achievement is a cornerstone for the East Baton Rouge Parish School Strategic Plan. Although it is not listed for it to be for science, it is listed that we should have a 3 to 5% growth in English and math. Therefore, science decided that we were going to also fall in suit with that 3 to 5% growth yearly. It is of utmost importance that our students are able to read, write, and communicate effectively at or above grade level, especially when it comes to science courses where there's a lot of reading and a lot of understanding that needs to happen. As a district, we've made a concerted effort to infuse literacy into every content area. We are equipped with the skills and knowledge to be successful, and we hope that our students are as well. Within our EBR science plan, we also have a science and literacy plan that we have distributed throughout the district. It is our mission to provide equitable science education that inspires students to be inquisitive about the world around them. Science is a basis for the majority of contents, whether people know it or not. Children must be able to think critically and be able to reason scientifically to get through many of their other contents. We want all students across the district to have that same equitable opportunity. And our goal is to ensure access to all students in order for them to be successful on their standardized assessments as well as in their future endeavors. When people think about scientists, they often think about going into the medical field or going into some type of engineering of some sort. But when we talk about science, there are many disciplines that students can go into in their future endeavors that involve their science. And their standardized assessments, of course, are important, and they will set the tone for where the students move forward throughout their tenure in school. We currently have two plans that are in creation. Our EBR science plan, called Science Every Day, has been created and is almost ready to be released. And we are working on an EBR STEM framework, which will lay out what it looks like to be in STEM and what it looks like to put all of those things, science, technology, engineering, and math, together for our student growth. As I mentioned earlier, we do have a science and literacy integration plan. There are 5 pillars that fall under that science and literacy integration plan. They are prior knowledge, critical thinking, phenomena, analyzing sources, and citing evidence. If you've looked at any of the content areas outside of science, you'll notice that they all require some of the same things. Citing evidence and analyzing sources are extremely important in math, science, social studies, and ELA. Our science focus for high quality instruction and assessment. We've set learning goals and gave out different lesson plans to our teachers so that they can have a basis on what they need to be doing in their classroom. In those lesson plans, we focus on student-centered engagement. Now, are the teachers required to have to follow our lesson plans? No, they are not. But between our scope and sequence, our pacing guides, and those lesson plans, teachers should know where they are and be able to move forward as it pertains to educating their students in the different science disciplines. We have formative assessments, which are built in throughout the school year within those pacing guides and within those lesson plans. And we also have created, by popular demand, our summative assessments, which are unit tests for each of the units that our teachers will be teaching throughout the school year. This gives us a glimpse into what's going on. We also have what we call comprehensive exams for our tested areas so we could see what students retained from their original testing. And these are all found on the Illuminate platform. We have a 5-year growth plan. If you notice here, we have a growth plan for grades 3 through 8 in biology because these are our tested areas. In the 2021 school year, if you notice, those were our um, scores, our percentages. But in 21-22, they grew, and some of them grew dramatically. Our goals for the 22-23 years is to move that 3 to 5%, as well as in the 23-24 and 24-25 years. So these are the numbers that we're projecting we would like to get to. Now, are these great, phenomenal numbers? Not so much, but if you look at where the students started in 2021, to be able to bring them that far in 5 years is meeting them where they are and bringing them to where they need to be. But we expect the growth to be more than this. This is just projected. Our STEM initiatives are some of the things that we are most proud of in our science department. If you notice here, these are just a few pictures from our STEM challenge on last year, as well as our Day of Design this year, and our Fall Science Fair for elementary school. This year, we had the pleasure of having our first Science and Engineering Fair district wide for the students. Now, as it pertains to middle and high school, they actually have requirements that are to be met for the state. So if they are entering into science fair, they do not have to go through a district science fair. What they have to do is qualify at their schools, and then their schools submit to the junior and senior level science and engineering fairs at LSU. Now, because there is no such thing for science in our elementary schools, we want to make sure that our elementary students are exposed and proud to be able to participate in a science and engineering fair. This year, our schools, our elementary schools who chose to participate, had elementary science fairs on their campuses from K through 5. And then what they produced from those, the actual winners, their first place winners, came to a district wide fair that we had in December. All of the winners were able to showcase and be judged. And if you notice some of this here in our pictures, our children who were participating, we had an extremely large turnout, and we expect a way bigger turnout next year, as many of the sponsors were so excited about having the opportunity and they want to bring more of their students. This is our big project push, which is called our Spring STEM Challenge. Our Spring STEM Challenge happens every year, and it's an opportunity for students to enter into a challenge that is reflective of their grade level, and they're able to follow, they're all under the same umbrella, but they follow different things for their categories. Our categories are lower elementary, which are our PK2 students, upper elementary, which is our 3-5, middle 6-8, and our high school, which are 9-12. All student challenge projects are focused on the same topic with similar challenges. Each participating school is given their deliverables based on their grade level, expectations, and ability. We have 3 large activities that happen throughout our spring challenge. First is the Day of Design. So, in the Day of Design participation, all of the schools who have signed up actually come to our Professional Development Center, and they have a day where they get to meet with partners. If you notice here, we have partners here from um, Southern University, we have here Baton Rouge General, we have Home Depot, and all of those students get to come and go around Baton Rouge Community College and meet with people in the industry. They share what they have started and have learned about their projects, and then they go on to continue to discuss what they can do better. They have actual tables where they can sit and do some planning. And that whole day of design is about designing their projects and making sure that their projects um, are real world projects. We also have our digital project submission day where they submit within a folder all of the things that they have been tasked with digitally. And then from there, once those are scored by our internal scorers, we have our final project pitch day. We consider it like a Shark Tank. During that final project pitch day, the children come up and they actually present their projects and commercials and anything that they can do to promote their projects. If you notice some of the pictures here, some of the students have boards, some of them just talk about their projects, some of them have videos that go with them, commercials. It's an awesome event for all. Within our district, we also have other STEM initiatives. One is to increase interest. We want our PK-12 students to look at curricula and to think independently, especially using their science and engineering practices. Advanced coursework in math and science is found in our Pathways to Bright Futures program. Many of our students follow pathways that are in technology and construction, manufacturing, um, manufacturing, medical and pre-med, transportation, and logistics, and liberal arts management. STEM careers are significantly promoted and fostered throughout the Pathways to Bright Futures, where they are taking dual enrollment as well as advanced placement courses in science and math. Support for the art and literacy. As mentioned before, we do have a systematic literacy plan, and as a science department, we have worked with the Division of Literacy to create the literacy and science plan. Also, we work with our robust fine arts department in order to inject many of the arts into our STEM endeavors. Under our EBR Magnet umbrella, we have created science and arts schools. We have digital arts design, pre-engineering and engineering, and health sciences biomedical schools. Thank you so much for listening to our overview of our department. Again, my name is Dr. Kristen Antoine-Morse. I am the science supervisor. I can be contacted at any time through KANTOINE2 at ebrschools.org. Thank you so much for allowing us to share what we have been working on and the things that we are doing in the district, and have a wonderful day.